Hey everybody, Scott and PJ here from Slightly Original, and this is another Slightly Original conversation. We are with Super Duper Garrett Cooper from Super Duper Game Company.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
Great.
Hell yeah, we're here playing Black Ice, which is a hack and shoot cyberpunk first-person shooter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna be playing that, and just talking about stuff. Man, whatever.
Just having a slightly original conversation, man. We're so happy to have you on, man. Thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
It's a good opportunity. I like this.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun, too. We like, playing the game and talking to people that made it. That's kind of our shtick, and it's working out pretty good so far.
Yeah. Plus, Scott and I played this a while ago, and we played a ton of it, too. So this is a new build that we're playing right now. You want to tell us a little bit about that and what you've added in?
Well, if you haven't played it since before, let's say February, there's been a lot that's changed. So right now, there's like a whole new tutorial system that you're looking at here. But the most notable thing is that I can have indoor areas. You unequipped your jump item, but that's, you can move things around however you want. For those of you watching that don't know, the item system is really modular. You can put any item in any button. And
that's cool. That is really cool. Okay. All right.
Yeah, this is interesting too because in the past we played keyboard and mouse, and now we're playing with an Xbox 360 controller. So
yeah, it'll have a bit of a different feel for it, but I think it works pretty well. So left stick click. You need to equip that icebreaker. Yeah.
Okay.
So the icebreaker is your hacking tool. Yeah, so that can go maybe not over where your gun was.
Okay.
You probably need
right
your
over
gun.
here. See, this is why I'm equipping the noob cannon, because I'm a noob. So
Okay.
Yes,
So that
absolutely.
noob cannon's gonna be on your right bumper instead of your right trigger now.
Okay.
but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it'll work.
Yes.
Um,
It's coming back to me now.
So one of the biggest things that's changed is that I have the ability to do like indoor areas and a lot more like three-dimensional terrain, and the enemies can actually like understand it and climb over everything. And
That's rad.
yeah. Now I did have to stop doing a lot of the procedural generation stuff with like the way that you used to be able to just keep walking and like more buildings would spawn. But the thing is, like, it wasn't buying me very much, and I think it's a lot more fun to be able to, run around and see a giant world like this with a bunch of cool places. Yeah.
And it's beautiful too, man. That was one of the biggest things that we talked about when we first started playing it. Is the like the neon kind of like 80s like Tron aesthetic, man, is so easy on the eyes, man. I dig it so much.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, man.
And one of the new things is that you can actually like double jump by default with the jumps, and then you can climb, like grab ledges and climb up onto things.
Oh, rad.
So yeah, like that little light green building behind you, you can like jump up on it, and of course the enemies will climb up right after you there.
So what was your inspiration for Black Ice? What kind of planted the seeds?
I'm sorry
for the
that
idea?
you got real quiet there for a second. Did you say inspiration?
Yeah, what was the inspiration for Black Ice?
So it was reading old cyberpunk novels like Neuromancer and Snow Crash.
Yes.
Yeah, so I always wanted to kind of experience that world, and I realized there wasn't really anything that fit Neuromancer the way that I thought it would be. And I also really like Quake 3 and Diablo 2, and I just wanted to jump around and get loot. So that's kind of what's going on.
Yeah, the loot is one of the things that got us in the beginning, because at first glance the game seems simple, right? It's like, okay, yeah, just go and shoot some security bugs and all that when you're trying to hack servers. Okay, that's cool. But as we were going through and doing it, and the more enemies we got and the more servers we were hacking, it was like, whoa, hold on, there's like this real massive loot system that we didn't really see in the beginning. So that was actually really exciting. So I can definitely see the Diablo-esque aspect of that in the game. That was pretty evident right away.
Yes,
awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, those are loot is my favorite. I love making items, and I'm working on making enemies like more fun to shoot. So like in the build that you're playing right now, for instance, like you can't get a headshot on anything, and the enemies are actually, it's kind of gotten like an arcadey feel to it, and I wanted to bring a little bit more like skill to the shooting. So, like right now, the enemies have like big hitboxes to them.
Okay.
So what I did is I attached hitboxes, like regular normal hitboxes where it's like, the leg has one and the head has one, that sort of thing.
Sure.
I learned how to do that because I'm still learning lots of things. And added a headshot system, like the Gitsfish, the crab guys, the ghost and the shellfish ones. If you shoot them in their big like arms that are kind of blocking in front of their faces, they'll do less damage than normal. So that's like a new system. I added the whole thing where like, when you shoot a gun and it becomes less accurate and the cursor gets a little bigger and then you wait and it gets smaller. So I added that too, actually just this weekend.
That's awesome.
Still working on tuning it before I release it to the live build, but been real excited about that.
And you said in February, right, is when 0.8 was released?
Yes. Okay. So yeah, that was a huge change. There was all sorts of stuff in there.
Yeah, I mean, the UI overhaul, that's the first thing I saw immediately. I was like, oh, okay, now it looks totally different. It's cleaner.
Yeah, it's clean.
It's cleaner.
That was the exact word I was going to say, is it just looks clean. It's like everything is exactly where I need to see it. Everything that I need to see and know is all right there in front of me.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. And that's still, like, we still got more UI stuff coming down the pipe, like new icons and, more of the UI, like the controller UI wasn't converted over, but the rest of it will be.
Nice.
And yeah. I hired a sound designer who's starting work soon. So that's going to be really cool.
That is very cool. Nice. Yeah, I mean, a lot of visual updates too. I see like the the particle effects and things like that look like they're updated as well.
Yes. The particles actually throw light that'll reflect off of things.
Yeah,
and
I noticed that.
Yeah, I've been keeping up to date with the newest Unity versions, and they added that fairly recently.
I was about to ask what the what engine that you were using to build it. That's cool. Yeah, Unity is so versatile, man. That's very cool.
So what is your experience in game dev? Is this just one day you said, you know what, I want to do this? Or
pretty much, actually.
Pretty much?
Yeah, so the center of the map there has a little like sliding puzzle thing. If you go, it's on the other side of that building. Yeah, it's just that little platform on the ground there.
This right here?
Yeah, so shoot one of those and you'll see what I'm talking about. So it's an Easter egg now. That is actually like a puzzle that you can solve. It'll take too long to do it on air, but that's what I started out with. I opened up Unity and my friend was like, you should check it out. I had just moved out to California where I didn't have many friends there, so I was like, oh, I've got some time, I'll check it out. And I did a tutorial that showed me how to make a 15-tile sliding puzzle, and that's it. Like, after that, I was like, oh, well, I can add a first-person character controller and just like, and all of a sudden I'm standing on top of this puzzle, and I just built the world around it from there, and I left it in to kind of remind me of myself of where I came from.
Dude,
that's great.
That's so rad, man.
So how long from the time you picked up Unity, like you said, in your California, and you made that slider puzzle, to now? How long has it been since you've been working on Black Ice? From that time to now?
I've been working on it. That was, let's see. I put it on Steam in 2014. I had launched the early access on itch.io about 6 months before that, and I had done work on the game about 6 months before that. So,
oh wow,
so it's been like almost 4 years now.
Really?
Awesome. Oh my god.
Don't panic.
Oh my god. Don't panic. I may die. I should have equipped that instant heal. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, oh yeah, I can handle this. I'm good at this game.
Oh my gosh. There's a heal right there.
Okay.
Oh, you got it. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, but like the color will drain out of the world as your health gets lower.
I'm noticing that. I love that. Yeah, because I was like, I wasn't realizing that I was losing so much health, and I was like, oh, you know what? No. Color's changing. I am going to die. Oh, boy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I realized that people weren't really looking at their health bars so much.
Right.
And so I thought that would be a fun way to do it. That,
No,
and there's
absolutely.
a glitch effect when you get hit too if you have that turned on.
I'll look at this. Oh, cool. Thank God. Okay.
Level up.
Great timing
Nice.
for a level up.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of loot you can use there.
Yeah, I do. All right,
Got
here we
tons of
go.
stuff.
Yeah, I like putting guns on left trigger, right trigger, and
Left
then
trigger,
like
right trigger, okay.
yeah,
right.
that pop up would be good for bumper maybe. That's a minion that you can summon.
That'd be good for the left bumper, right bumper?
I mean, you can put anything wherever you want,
whatever
but yeah,
you
that's where I
want,
usually like to put them.
I'm gonna put it on B. Just kidding.
Yeah, you can maybe put the gun on your right trigger so you can have 2 guns.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so you know, it's cool that we're doing this interview with you, Garrett. Not only because I actually really enjoy your game, and you know, we talked earlier before the show. We were talking about, you know, how we met in your person.
Ah,
and
you
all
keep
that
cutting
at
out
PAX.
a little bit. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. So what I was going to say was this is exciting because Black Ice was one of the first reviews I ever wrote on fronttowardsgamer.com for Operation Supply Drop. That was one of the first ones I ever wrote. So it's very cool to see kind of where
That's
it
the one that you
was.
summoned your buddy, by the
Yeah,
way.
I just realized that. I'm like, he looks like he's friendly. I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Stop shooting him. But it's great to kind of come full circle, you know, and then like see, you know, where I came from is where, you know, you came from, and then see kind of over the last year kind of how things have evolved so much. It's kind of, you know, cool, kind of like a parallel, you know, journey almost of how well, you know, Black Ice is
I'm
moving
always
along.
really happy when people come back to the game because, you know, it's early access. There's continued development going on, and I want people to see the new stuff.
Okay.
Well, it's a lot of really great new things going on too. You know, like you said, the new particle effects, leveling's a little bit easier now. You know, there's a whole mess of changes. I'm actually looking at your patch notes right now, and there is a lot in 0.8 for fixes and improvements and features.
So see, that's begs the question: how many people do you have on your team approximately?
So it's mostly just me. Okay. I have someone helping out. Actually, the new version that I've been working on, I completely converted the back end of the game from JavaScript to C#, which are the 2 languages you can use in Unity.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that took a while, but it lets me do a lot of cool things. So he's going to be working on plot stuff hopefully soon. And I've been able to, I think, just code faster because C# is just better and there are better tools to work with it. So that's been totally worth it. But yeah, so I'm the only person that, I guess nobody works on it full time, right? Like,
so
because I've got a day job.
Are you working another job in addition to this as well?
Yeah, I'm an engineer by day.
Oh my
so.
God. So how is that taxing for you to you know, kind of do this, you know, have like essentially 2 full-time jobs?
I mean, it certainly can be, especially around convention time where I have to, you know, spend 72 hours straight, like talking to people and being up and excited about everything. And
and then have to go back to work and be like, okay, now I need to do stuff here too.
Yeah, often going to work like the very next day and then just being like, I'm gonna get some work done.
Ideally, I mean, is this something that you'd like to eventually do completely full time, or are you still?
I mean, if it's profitable enough, like, you know, I like the stability of my day job, but you know, I don't sell quite enough copies to do that. But I'm able to put the money back into the game. Like that's how I'm able to pay the sound designer. Her name's Jocelyn, by the way. She's done a bunch of really cool stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what else. What else did she work on too? How did you guys meet? Actually, how did you meet her?
So she's in Austin as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
we talked about that before. The vibe of Austin and kind of the community there, which I think is really, really cool.
I've never heard anything bad about Austin.
She did the Looty Dungeon game, which was kind of like a mobile like dungeon crawler mixed with Crossy Road a little bit.
Okay. Nice. Rad. That sounds fun.
Yeah, my friends made that. And she is also doing the sound for Overland, Finji's game.
Okay, cool. Rad. I want to go up there. I'm gonna go.
Oh, there you go. You figured out the whole jump stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Slowly but surely, I can learn.
Did you see the ledge grabbing thing? Like you can jump onto that green thing on your left there.
This thing right here?
Yeah, just there you go.
Yeah, I want to go down there. I like that down there.
So you don't have any other experience in game dev. Do you have experience in languages, like computer languages?
Wait, I have experience in programming, but I haven't really done any professional games at all before this. And I've done, you know, I've screwed around. Like I tried to make a game in Android a while back. It didn't work out. And, you know, I used to make games on my calculator in math class, but
Rad.
that's kind of how I learned programming, because
That's awesome.
everybody else had all the really cool games on their calculators, but I had a different version, so I had to download the source code and type it in myself manually.
Oh no.
God.
Yeah, I used QBasic once, and
Nice.
that's all I got.
Q Basic.
QBasic.
I used Q. Oh man, that was not smart to walk on. All right. Whoops.
Yeah, that's the thing I admire about devs, you know, for programming purposes. Because I started out in IT, you know, and I did some QBasic, Visual Basic, and all that, and I was like, this is too much. And that's like the simple stuff. Like I couldn't wrap my brain around it. I had a real hard time with it. And then I went to art school, you know, so
That's
we're all-
awesome.
we're all good at something. But yeah, I definitely admire, you know, the dedication and the time that it takes to learn these sort of things. So kudos
I'm
to you,
glad
man.
you
This is a great
appreciate it.
game.
Yeah, it definitely can take a long time to work on stuff like this.
Sure.
Well, that kind of leads me into my next question. Are you is Steam the only platform that you plan on releasing for, or?
Are you asking about like consoles? Or I mean, it's on.
is
it's
there
on
any,
itch.io.
Is there anything maybe in the pipeline that you're potentially looking at in terms of consoles? Maybe like the Switch?
Oh my gosh. You know, I bought a Switch for research purposes.
Yeah.
Very much, it was a research thing, and I think, you know, it can probably handle it. So I might have to like change some of the shaders, and I don't know. Nobody's done a first-person shooter on there before, and I don't know if anybody's even planning on it, but I want to try it.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, like I've oh my god, the Switch, man, I put so many hours into Breath of the Wild, the new
Oh
Zelda
man, me
title.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, just imagining this game, because like all I do is play my Switch in bed, right?
Yeah.
That's all I do is I just take it out of the dock, go lay in bed for like 3-4 hours, and I'm just imagining playing this in bed right now. That sounds really weird now that I said that, but I don't care.
The words were weird
The word, but
in that order, but I didn't get a weird vibe from it. Not
Okay.
like a little, you know.
I'm
you know.
saying that I would love to play this game curled
Awesome.
up.
Yeah, well, I
Unless
hope
you-
so. And the multiplayer, I think, would be the hardest part to figure out on the Switch.
Right.
Yeah, and I know that there are other people putting Unity games on there, or in the progress of doing that. So I know it can be done. And then, have you tried hacking more than one building at once? By the way.
I have not. No, I'm going to right now though. Now that you said that.
There you go. Plant the seed. Plant the seed.
So what am I getting? Am I getting like a bonus? What am I getting in when I hack more than one building?
Well, the thing is, they're not on the same faction, so the enemies will attack each other as well as you.
Oh.
Well then. Okay. See,
Now,
the way to learn a game, that's how you learn a game, is
Just have the person that made
You have
it.
the person that made it
Yeah.
teach you to play it. I like that.
Yeah, that's actually, it's tough for me because like I have to try to resist the urge to tell people how to play
Right.
because I need to learn where people are having issues, and yeah, but for streams and stuff, it's totally fine.
Oh, for sure.
Well, I was gonna say you probably find yourself doing that a lot, like at or trying to resist that urge. I mean, when you're at different conventions, you know, because I mean, how
Yeah.
many times like do you have somebody that just sits down and it's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that right now? Stop doing that.
Right. It's a balance of, do I want to tell them right now so that they have a better time and maybe buy the game, or do I want to try to get the best feedback out of it that I can?
Right.
Yeah, so those link servers right there, it'll hack both of them if you hack one of them, and they are the same faction. So
Okay.
they'll fight. They won't fight each other, and you'll just end up with twice as many enemies.
Rad. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
what's
that's
your
one of the
max?
newer mechanics. And there are, actually, from playing Zelda and other games like that, I realized that like I need more rewards for exploration in the world. So there's, you know, power-ups hiding in different places.
Awesome.
Cool stuff
Yeah.
like that. Oh my gosh, you are so low.
Hidden
I will
items.
survive.
You got 14.
Perseverance. Oh my god, he came out of the mist.
You can stop clicking now.
It's
that's
over.
the problem
Here,
with
you wanna
the
give it-
mist
you wanna give it a
there.
roll?
Yeah.
Hop
Let me
on
give it
there,
the old
man.
college
But
try.
It's really sweaty though, because I was getting really excited. So
Ugh.
now
Good.
that sounded weird too.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2 for weird things.
Yeah.
All right, what's your hack button? Is it Y?
It is Y, correct.
Yeah, maybe y'all should equip that healing item. That'd probably save your ass.
Yeah, throw one of those down on like X or B. Scott, go to the menu, the left on the D-pad. Well, when you're done, obviously.
Yeah, I'm just causing problems.
Killing fools. Rad. And I kind of like how you left out like seeing the actual gun like in your view too. I kind of like that it's just kind of obscured behind. I don't know. I really like that, man. The aesthetic, dude. I'm telling you, the aesthetic is so rad.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that was mostly just because I don't know how to. Well, when I started, I didn't do any 3D modeling, and I do a little bit now. And I'm not great with animations, so I haven't had any gun stuff yet. I still think I can do that, so I am going to try it at least later. Yeah. But it's not going to be like obtrusive.
Right. I dig it, dude.
Yeah, and I guess if you didn't want it, I could always give an option to turn it off.
True.
Make an option for left-handed too. Too many times I find that like,
Yeah.
I'm left-handed. I don't know. It's always a weird thing that I find. Like they didn't. I don't know. Is that weird? That's kind of weird. Because I'm left-handed. That's why I say that.
No, that's not weird at all. I heard somebody who didn't buy Zelda because they made Link right-handed.
Really?
Yeah, and Link has historically been left-handed, so.
Sounds like something Ned Flanders would do.
Wow,
That was news to me.
Oh, I'm sorry, what? I blacked
was
out, made a Simpsons reference.
That was a Simpsons driver. Oh my god. Scott, who are you?
I don't know, man.
That's great. So other than I don't know, was Tron any inspiration? I brought that up, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys found a throwing disc in there, and you know, I love the Tron aesthetic. I love the music from the new Tron, especially.
Yes, yeah, Daft Punk, man.
Yeah, that whole album's real good.
That's cool. You got them on speed dial. You got them doing the soundtrack.
Oh my god. I would die. No, a German composer named V Axis did the soundtrack, and I think he did a great job.
Rad.
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say because it's perfectly fitting, man. Yeah, he did a phenomenal job. How did you see? That's the thing is, how do you like link up with these people? Especially, is he
Twitter?
in Germany or is he in the U.S.?
Yeah, he's in Germany.
Oh
so,
wow. So how did you guys link up?
That was Twitter. Twitter is really good for game development, I think. There's, a lot of, like, I can talk to players directly there, or, a lot of times, a lot of the other devs, even AAA devs, are on there. And if you have, like, a quick question, sometimes they'll answer.
Okay.
So that's really cool.
What a world we live in, man. That's so cool that you're able to communicate with so many people so quickly and make these, make these connections and kind of, because, I mean, if you hadn't met them, I mean, would have this rad score for the game.
Absolutely.
Cool, it's always fascinating.
Yeah, like one of the guys that helped me do the character models, particularly the crab one, which I think is the best one. It's my favorite. He's in Australia, and, people are all over the place.
Battle tanks. That was another one that I was trying to think of, but
Oh, yeah.
that it kind of reminds me of too, which is another really cool, that kind of like polygonal, like very
vector,
just
right?
everything.
Yeah, I love that. Or like Star Fox on Super Nintendo, the old Super FX chip, Star Fox.
Nice. Do you ever
Yeah.
play like Tempest or
Man, yeah, Tempest. Yes, man.
Yeah, the old Star Wars Death Star Trench Run game too?
Yes. Was that
also
Atari
that-
or was that post
It's
Atari?
like Rebellion, right?
I've
Or
played
Rebels.
it at arcades. I
Okay.
haven't played, yeah.
Yes. Man, that's so cool. So what types of games do you normally play when you're not developing this? Like when you're not actively working on this? What are some of your interests?
I play a lot of shooters. I like action RPGs with loot stuff. So naturally, this one, that's kind of where this came from.
Right.
I didn't grow up with any consoles at all. So, where a lot of people were playing Mario growing up, and they're making platformers now, I was playing Wolfenstein 3D. So that's kind of where I'm coming from.
That's rad, man. That's it, though. I mean, that's cool that you kind of develop sort of to like, because I noticed that a lot as developers will develop to their taste to make a game that not only they want to play, but something that's also very, very cool as well. I dig that, man.
I mean, one of the tragedies of game development is the one person that cannot truly enjoy a game is the person who made it.
Right.
Because they know, almost the entire possibility space, especially if there aren't enough interacting systems, which is one of the things that I'm working on, is adding more sort of interacting systems. So in the next version, there are enemies just roaming the world, and they patrol in different areas, and you can go and aggro them, and if they get too close, they'll attack you, or all the regular open world stuff.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So that's actually one of the game types that I don't usually play, is open world games. Which is funny because I'm making one.
Right.
Right.
I was gonna say, it sounds familiar.
But maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
I didn't really like intend for it to be open world at first. It was just the easiest way to put things together, and now I like it. So
Well, maybe
I'm
you
learning.
just needed to make one that you liked, something you were interested in. Maybe you just didn't find that right game, and boom, there you made it.
Yeah, I'm still having a hard time hearing you, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons I got a Switch and Zelda, is so that I could learn how a good open world game is put together and its interacting systems.
Yeah. Are you playing Zelda right now? Have you beaten it yet?
I have not beaten it yet. I'm at 3 out of 4 on the Divine Beasts, I think. Yeah.
Got it. So are you would you consider yourself right now more of a console kind of guy, or would you still consider yourself a more like PC
Mostly
focused
PC.
kind of player? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still like consoles, but I don't know. Of course, Halo was great and all that, but most of the time I'll play things on PC if I can.
Okay.
But you know,
Tell us a little bit more about the game, man. Tell us some of the things that we don't like read, in the descriptions and everything. Kind of give us like a little bit of. Do you have like kind of like a storyline that goes with the game?
so the storyline is still in progress.
Okay.
Like I said, my friend's gonna be working on that, but he's getting a new job and all that, so he's taking a break. But the plan, I mean, the thing is, you're in cyberspace. It's the future. All of these buildings that you're hacking are corporate servers, and you're trying to break in, steal the loot. And of course, the giant white one off in the distance is Finality Incorporated, and you're trying to get strong enough to hack that one.
Got it. Finality. I did. That's awesome.
Perfect.
It was a real dumb placeholder name that I decided to keep. So
I love that, man. So what did you like? That was early on, and you were like, you know what? No, this is gonna stick.
yeah, my
That's
friend was
awesome.
like, "There's no way to beat the game," and I'm like, "All right, fine. I'll just make one giant building, and that'll work."
Oh, that's great.
Finality.
Yeah.
That's great.
And we're planning on having a quest system where oh gosh, we have a lot of plans.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know how much of it we're gonna get to, but like the idea is like there will be some set like very authored quests that say like this is exactly what's going on over here, and you're gonna find this. I like to try to give a sense of mystery as well, so not all the questions are gonna be answered. But then after that, like, you want to be able to keep playing even if you've finished all the main content. So what do you do? And the answer for us is going to be to have procedurally generated quests. So it'll be like, hey, you want to take out this corporation because it will, save some orphans or something. And in order to do that, you're going to need the help of this guy, but he's in prison, and you got to go break him out of prison first. And so you hack this other thing to get that guy, and then he says he needs this thing to help you out, and you're going to go get that. And, trying to build chains out of things. And then, yeah, that's the idea. And then, like, allowing for failure states. So, like, if you fail a hack that was particularly hard, maybe your guy that you needed help with, like, maybe he got killed or something, and you got to find somebody else.
Yeah, that sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, even now, just the way it is now is a lot of fun, but adding that depth of story and quest and purpose.
Right, and the replayability too, I think is most, especially. I mean, you can probably agree with me, man. I mean, replayability. You want people to continue to come back
Absolutely.
and play the game, right? I mean, that's it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Procedural generation is absolutely perfect for that. Whoa, getting some serious air.
Somebody popped him up. The get fish will punch you, and then oh, I think there's an invisible one behind you. Oh, and then also, like, if you stand on a mine that you were, see, he's cloaked right there.
Oh, there he
Oh,
is.
I
Yep.
see, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, the floor is like littered with them too. That is so cool, man. Like confetti.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
hacked like 5 servers at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played, Hotline Miami, and I really liked the permanence of after you kill something, it's just there,
Everywhere. Yeah, it's just a
Right.
mess. Ha! All right, I got a question too. This is something that actually just came to me. Is like all the buildings? Did you name those individually, or do you have like a system to go and? Did you have to go and name every single building like baking whatever it is? What is it?
I have kind
Bacon
of
Cup Genesis.
kind of an ad lib sort of setup for those.
Yeah.
So I have like a whole bunch of different variations that they connect. And,
Okay. All right, that's good to know. I was like, oh my god. Tycho Corp. Man. That's rad, man. That's so cool. Are you so in addition to this, are you working on any other projects, or is this specifically what you're focused on right now?
I mean, I think you can't have more than one baby, so this is my deal.
This is it.
And it's been my deal for a long time, and of course you get ideas for other things and other games, but you know, for me it's enough that I write it down. I know I'm not going to forget it, and I can come back to it later. So you should try, after this one, try going up the well, if you don't want to like climb on the rooftops and find some of those power-ups, you should climb up those stairs and go into the arena server.
All right, cool.
I think you could probably
Let me get
handle
my
it.
prize, and then I don't remember where the server was that I just had.
Yeah, one of the things in the new version is that I'm working on is that the loot will always drop in front of the little info box.
Okay.
So that you don't have a hard time finding it.
Perfect.
And then I might make it visible through walls too.
Oh, cool.
That would be super helpful.
See? Yeah, this one's tricky.
Oh.
So you're stuck in there, but it might give you an idea of what to do if you go in here. What button is your jump attached to?
It's
Is it
the left trigger.
Or left stick, maybe?
Yeah, left stick. Yeah, that might be it. Try jumping on top of it.
I mean, you should be able to just...
Click the left stick. I made it weird.
Okay, hold
Oh,
on.
you were trying to rocket jump on that thing? Yeah, you can always rearrange the buttons.
All right, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
can rearrange.
all the jumps are double jumps at first. But yeah, if you look right there out that window, you can kind of see there's a secret ramp on the inside of the window.
Where's that?
If you
at?
go, you have to go outside to get to it, though.
Oh, yeah, go
I
ahead.
see.
Yeah.
Getting inside secrets from the dev. Yes.
Yeah, there are a lot of places in the world where power-ups can spawn. They don't always spawn. And then behind you, you should be able to double jump to go up that.
Oh, there we
Oh
go.
my god.
Beautiful.
But of course, if you're strong enough later, or you get like the triple jump unique item, you can just climb up that, and then it's not a problem. You get better jumps that have higher jump rates after a while. But you can see, like, on top of a couple of the other servers, there's some power-ups on top of there. The one that's glowing real red over there is the one that killed you. It's taunting you a bit.
Ooh.
Well, let's get them.
Go get him, yeah.
It does get stronger and level up after it kills you, though, so be careful about that.
Perfect.
Fair enough. You got heal items, so at least you're better than me.
Yeah, you should be fine. Probably. Oh, that's the allied one too. Huh. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
man.
only level 8. You should be fine. This will be a good test. If you can beat this, you can probably beat the arena. Especially, yeah, if you get somebody there to distract them.
You're opening more? Okay,
Yep.
all right, man.
Let them
Baller.
kill each other.
Baller status.
To some extent, it makes it easier because they're not always attacking you.
Right.
However,
Ooh.
when they kill each
However,
other,
that didn't work out.
Man. Didn't-
I thought I had a good plan, and that was just to die, I
You
guess.
got iced,
I don't know.
Yeah. You
But-
got iced.
I did get iced. Messed with the best, fry like the rest. Well, thank you so much, Garrett, for your time. We really do appreciate it. This game's a lot of fun. You can get Black Ice right now on Steam, early access. So check that out in the video description below. We're going to put a link on for that. It is a lot of fun. It's continuously updated. The new update that came out on February 13th is massive. A lot of really awesome stuff. So thank you so much, Garrett. We really do appreciate your time.
Well, thank you all very much for having me.
Yeah, man. You got any closing remarks or anything that you want to, tell the people watching the video?
Stay tuned, and if you've got feedback, play the free demo. Let me know how you like it, and I'd love to improve based on feedback.
Awesome. Yeah, and Scott, we cannot speak more highly of this game. We love the aesthetic. We love just the callbacks, man. Everything, dude. It's we're huge fans of the game. So thank you, seriously, thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us for a little while and playing your game. And it's a blast, man.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
All right, well, this has been a slightly original conversation. My name's Scott,
My name's PJ.
and we'll see you next time.